everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is good to have you on board. So last week Friday, I had put up a poll on my Instagram asking you guys which video you would like to see next. So many of you voted for therapy. So today I will be sharing about that. Last year, I think it was around this time, yes, I went to go see the bishop. There were things that were concerning me, so I went to go see him. And to my surprise, Bishop recommended I go to therapy. So I was like, oh, I need to be fixed. Those were my thoughts, but I didn't say that to him. But I was just like, okay, I didn't think it was that deep. I don't think it needs therapy. I just need your guidance on this. But I reluctantly agreed. But I thought about it. And as I thought more about it, I actually remembered I had written in my journal that one of the things I wanted to do in 2019 was to go to therapy. I wanted to take care of my mental health as much as I was taking care of my physical health. So I thought, okay, let me just do it. So that decision my initial thoughts, writing it on my journal, came from the awareness around mental health and just picking up some weird patterns in my life. Out of nowhere, I'd just feel some type of way. I'd feel out of place. I'd feel And when I tried to investigate where these feelings are coming from, I couldn't really pinpoint as to what was making me feel that way, but I knew I wasn't feeling good. Perhaps was it unhealed wounds from the past, wounds I didn't even know I had, good family relationships that were equally destructive? Could it be the thoughts of inadequacy that were planted from a very early age? It was just a lot. Failing exams. It just seemed too much. Having a sick child. This was 2018. Our little son was going through the most. His health was just not good. And it was almost like every 2 weeks he was just going on being sick. It was the demands of parenthood, demands of marriage life, demands of adulting altogether. And so I decided to give therapy a shot. And I remember the day I went to therapy, I was pep talking myself. I'm like, okay, you're gonna get there. You're not gonna cry. You're just gonna get there. You're gonna speak to her. You're just gonna tell her how you feel, right? No need to cry. Don't cry like the people from movies. Well, I did cry. But I ended up loving it. It felt so good going to therapy. Things were not so gloomy anymore. I wasn't feeling so heavy anymore. I was like, I can do this. I got this. And I think that's what therapy does. It empowers you. Yes, your problems don't suddenly disappear into thin air, but it's the empowerment, the feeling that, hey, you can do this. It's within your power. It's within you. You got this, girl. You can do it. I think Brene Brown says therapy, when you go to therapy, it's like you go with this big ball of yarn that is just jumbled up, and with each session you begin to unloose the yarn. The more as you go to therapy, the yarn gets unloosed and you begin to see clearly. It's not so jumbled anymore. It's therapy helps you to unjumble your yarn of problems, and it feels good. The worst thing that you can ever do to yourself at this point is stopping to go to therapy. You feel good now. You're like, I got this. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good now. That's the worst thing that you can do to yourself, because the thing about therapy is that you cannot unlearn certain behaviors that have long been established in your life in just 2 or 3 sessions. Matter of fact, I believe it's a lifetime commitment, right? The same way that I go to gym 3 times a week, that's part of me. That's part of what I do. I believe mental health, your mental health should be prioritized in that order as well. Maybe not, well, it depends. I know at first I used to go to therapy twice every month, but as I began to progress, my therapist recommended that perhaps I could think about coming now once a month or once every 3 months. But this should be something, same way I have like my skin regimen, same way I have the gym pattern, same way I need to treat my mental health and going to therapy. I feel it's needed. There's that word that we all relate to, ukugoa, right? We always talk about siyagoa, and it's real. It's challenging. We're adults now. We have to figure out life. It's not so easy now going to your mother and cry, and she just comes and take away all of your problems, all of your challenges. You're not 6 now. You are, in fact, you're a mother yourself. It's not that easy. We have to figure out life. If siyagoa, what's our outlet? Because everyone deserves an outlet, right? And I know that's what therapy is. It becomes that outlet. Yes, we can call upon our friends, we can call upon our family, we can call upon our spouses. But I believe it can be too hard on them as well. It can be too hard because it's like every day you're not complaining, but you are. In fact, I felt at some point that's what was happening with me. Someone would, be it a friend or my husband or whoever, they're like, oh, how are you doing? And I would just start offloading. And there's nothing wrong when you do it once, but I feel there's a problem when you do it twice, thrice, on and on and on. I started to feel like that's what was happening in my life. I was just this person who was just filled with a lot of problems, and I needed that outlet. I needed as well someone who would have an objective view of things, because my friends are my friends and they're gonna have the friend thing. My husband is my husband and he's gonna have the husband thing. But a therapist is not a friend, is not a husband, is not a wife, is not a nothing in your life. He or she is just a therapist and has an objective view of everything that's happening. And so I understand as well, especially us Black people, we still think of therapy and this whole mental health awareness thing like, ndo zabelungu is. As well as zabelungu is bethu zinto zethu sonke sigoba sonke. And we need to start thinking about these things. We need to check ourselves. Because what I've learned as well is that the sad thing about unhealed wounds is that they surface. You know, they surface from time to time, and they do take a strain on your personal relationships, on your professional relationships, and most importantly, or most sadly, for people that have children, but chances are you may pass them down. You know, all of those unhealed wounds and everything, we can pass them down to our children. So we need to start thinking about these things. I know it's hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of pain, because now you have to relive the moments you don't want to relive. But it's necessary for your healing. If it's for your healing, if it's for the good, if it's for living these holistic lives that we talk about, then it's important that we start to think about our mental health. It's a problem. It's not a woman's thing. It's both woman and man thing. It's not for Abelungu. It is for Black people as well. It's for everyone. We need to start thinking about these things, and we need to really lead these holistic lives that we talk about. There's so much that retail therapy can do. I can attest to that. There's so much that gym can do. There's so much that friends can do. You know, while these things are great and are truly, it's good. It's always good that you can have someone to talk about. But I mean, we need to start thinking about therapy and the benefits of therapy in our lives, and truly be in a position to lead holistic lives. And I mean, it's a lifetime endeavor. Project Self is a lifetime endeavor. We are constantly learning and unlearning, becoming and unbecoming. So yes, it's a lifetime thing, but at least it's a lifetime thing that we are working on. We are on the path to that holistic life, as opposed to just we deal with our problems, as opposed to, and I think that dealing is, you know, we take nicely our problems, we fold them, and we put them somewhere, and we keep doing that, and at some point is our suitcase, because there's a lot in that suitcase. So yes, that's that. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Let's start thinking about our mental health. Let us be in pursuit of it, just like we are pursuing all the other good things out there. Do the right thing. Subscribe, like, comment. Tell me, please. Tell me, what do you guys think about mental health? What do you do to maintain your mental health? Have you been to therapy? And what was your experience? Thank you so much for tuning in today. I will see you on the flip side.